What's going on, YouTubers? Welcome to another video. So we have the, I believe it's Winter Wonderfest or, Shanghai Wonderfest. And Queen Studios has been teasing 4-day countdown. So, that's in 4 days. They've been showing lots of teasers for lots of different things. And I wanted to go over some of these with you and my thoughts and opinions and whatnot. So first is a Michael Jackson life-size bust. Now we have seen another Michael Jackson life-size bust. And I believe that one was the Thriller. This is the Bad, I believe, or I guess the album would be Thriller. Now, you always see the meme of him eating popcorn, and he also turns into the zombie to do the Thriller song. I mean, the likeness looks good. The bass, I don't know. It's okay. Who's going to spend $4,000 on this? At the end of the day, Michael Jackson, I love his music, but I don't love him. The guy ended up being a pedophile and really kind of committing, I mean, I don't know if it's truly suicide or not, but overtaking drugs prescribed by his doctors. I love his music, though. I think, like Smooth Criminal is one of the greatest songs ever, but I would never buy anything Michael Jackson. So someone asking me about Inner Studios, goodness. But, I mean, this obviously looks good, and I guess if you're a Michael Jackson fan, you can jump on it. I personally like that custom bust better. The one with, like, the jukebox for the bass, the longer hair, and the sunglasses. I think that looks better than the Queen one. So, I don't see this being a big seller, especially since it's going to be $4,000 plus. Yeah, that Vietnamese guy needs to stop messaging me. So, we have the new Dark Knight Batman. So here it is, great likeness to Christian Bale, silicone, glass eyes, hand-punched hair, definitely extremely good. Now they made a life-size statue as well as a bust, and you can swap out the portraits, which is really cool. The thing is, that is easily going to be a $20,000. If you look at it as just a bust, so the base, black base with, really his batarang. It's okay. I think Infinity Studios is better. Now, this doesn't have a cape. It does have his, sort of backpack thing from the scene when he was, in Hong Kong. The armor looks good, but there's just so much missing. Where is all of this? All his, it's just boobs up. It's really lacking for a bust. Yes, the portrait looks great, but I think Infinity Studios is far better. So let's check out the Infinity Studios one. So it's an ES of 500. Here on Sideshow's website, it's 4,200. But you can realistically get this for $4,000. It's 35.67 inches tall, 26 inches wide, 24.84 deep. Now this one, I believe there was dimensions. Yeah, you'll notice this isn't even like a full back. It's cut off, where this, you get him with dual arms, basically from the belly up. And the arms add so much additional detail, all that chest detail. Queen's ends right here. You're not getting that side detail. You're not getting the back, and there's going to be all this detail underneath that cape as well. And this one is from The Dark Knight Rises, so it does have an older look, and it still has absolutely fantastic likeness. The armor looks amazing. Look at all that detail that you can see right there. Amazing. All that arm and shoulder detail, which is really just missing from the Queen Studios. It's kind of hard to see the base in all these photos. I don't know why they made all the photos so dark. It's honestly annoying. But they did do, there's kind of the base, which has the Dark Knight, symbol right there. And the base really resembles his Batmobile. Nevertheless, I think Infinity Studios is a far better bust. Some will say that they like this one more simply due to the head, but you got to take everything into consideration. And when you look at it as a holistic view, Infinity's is a way better bust. Now, if you're getting a life-size statue, then yes, you should get the Queen bust because it's a swap-out head. Although you could technically pair this with Infinity. For a life-size statue, I mean, obviously it looks great. No doubt about it. I wish Queen would have just did a cowl head bust instead of the unmasked, like you're forced. They should have did the cow head, because I think a lot more people would have preferred that, because if they wanted unmasked, they'd get the Infinity Studios one. So I think it's a big miss, honestly, doing that. Now, here's the life-size statue. Very simple pose. Arm to the side, one hole in the batarang. Very simple base. It's obviously going to match their Joker good. But again, these are $20,000. Well, I mean, realistically, it's like $12,000 plus shipping is going to be $1,000. But if you also get it with the bus is probably going to be $4,500 plus shipping. It's going to be a lot of freaking money to buy this pair. I think you're looking at $20K. So it's good, but I think Queen effed up. They should have did the life-size statue unmasked and the bust with the cow, because people who don't want the unmasked Infinity but want a masked one could have got this one. You know, it kind of just looks like the old Sideshow bust I used to have. So overall, I mean, I'm definitely not interested in either of those. I'm getting this one. Now, they also revealed a Transformer Beast Wars Optimus Primal. I'm a huge fan of this movie. I think it's amazing. The statue looks great. It's, you know, obviously an attack pose, pretty simple base, just, you know, him in the forest, more or less, with some rocks and, you know, fake leaves. Detail-wise, looks great. He has light up in the mouth and eyes. I don't know what scale this is, if it scales with, like, my Transformer statues. I know Prime 1 also made this exact same character. You know, but here's the thing. Look at that. It's not super big. I mean, yeah, it's 81 centimeters, 66 wide. But it doesn't look that big next to the dude. And that's a small Asian dude, bear in mind. But this thing's also, they already announced the price. It's like $2,600 plus shipping. That is freaking expensive. Yeah, $2,688 plus shipping. You know, so at the end of the day, this is a $3,000 piece, which is a lot of effing money, and I don't think it's worth it. Not even a little. They also, more or less, I mean, Megatron on throne, so he's sitting among the Abraham Lincoln from Dark of the Moon, which is pretty cool, but still, I like Prime 1's better. We've already seen this T-Rex, so I don't even know why they're teasing it. They've already, you know, it's gone up for pre-order months ago. The problem is this doesn't fit in a normal door, so, you know, like maybe one out of every, you know, 10,000 collectors could even fit this. I could buy it, like financially wise, but I can't fit it in my house. So that's a huge miss by Queen. Like, whoever was in charge of their design really effed up. Like, are they just making statues for people with double door mansions? Goodness. And they're going to show off their Darkseid bust, whoever that character is. Their Joker life size, it's obviously going to pair with the Batman life size. Their Superman bust, which it's been up for PO forever. This is an InArt 1/6. Don't care for 1/6. This is from the previous year. And I believe that is it. I mean, I know we haven't really talked about it yet, but we're going to, but yeah, that's all they show here. But I have to go to a different page because for some reason they're not showing it, but others are. All right, the other thing to talk about is their new T800 life-size bust. This is a clean Arnold. They're not doing battle damaged again. Likeness obviously looks fantastic. Got no complaints there. There's these two photos just on Spec Fiction's website, but there has been like some base photos, which I got. So I believe there's going to be two different versions. One is this arm, which it looks silicone, holding this shotgun. And then obviously, as you can see, the black shirt later on is when he gets the gray shirt later on in the movie. So this is like the beginning of the movie. I'm sure he'll have sunglasses as well. Again, they did a one-armed bust, which is kind of annoying. The base has an endoskeleton, which is cool. But then here's a really cool feature. They did like a little mini scene right here of Arnold lowering himself into the like lava pit at the very end, or the magna pit, or whatever you want to call it. So that's a really cool concept. There's also something here in front of the endo. It's kind of blocking it. Like, what is that? It just looks like smoke from lava coming up, but it's blocking the endo, so I don't know if I like that. Everything else looks good. It looks like it actually matches in general, like shape and design wise, my current Queen Studios life-size bust, my, Battle Damage Arnold and T1000. And I do like this diorama in the back. However, it is in the back, so you're going to see it when you unbox it. And unless you put it in the middle of your room, you're never going to see it again. You could put it on a Lazy Susan, but that's difficult if you have statues around it to turn it around. So the main thing you're going to be seeing is this endo right here, which is cool. I don't like that little fire thing in front of it. It's blocking it. That's annoying. Just get rid of that. Keep the lava thing to the back, which I do like quite a bit. I do like him holding the shotgun. I think that's cool. I mean, I guess the T1000 is, one-armed, so this would, work in that sense. So I'm sure this is going to cost $5,000. That's my guess on price. $5,000 plus ship. I believe Queen is going to price that at $5K. Now, the one that supposedly has an animatronic endo hand, my guess would be no hand here, endo hand here. That's animatronic, meaning you could probably have a remote and you press some buttons and the fingers open and close. That additional feature, I bet you that bust is going to be $8,000 is my guess. So that's my guess on that, if they, fulfill that. So I'm also wondering, you can see inside that shirt and it's like gray there. Is that the polystone body? And the silicone ends right there? Because the shirt is black. That is gray. I don't know what that is. But I'm pretty sure it's just a t-shirt he's wearing, not a long sleeve. And if so, they need to have the silicone extend so that's all silicone and not, you can see a polystone body. If this is like, a polystone skin and it's even unpainted, that's terrible. So of course that begs a question. You guys are probably thinking, well, Flankster, are you going to get it? So I originally passed on Arnold and T1000 purely because of the price, because these were priced at $4,000 when all other silicones were $3,000. So they're already $1,000 more. Fast forward, 5 years later, I'm very confident the new Arnold's going to be $5,000, maybe even $6,000. It's definitely going to be a minimum $5,000 plus ship. Shipping, let's just call it $500. So it's going to be pricey. Here's the thing for me. I like the base. I think the base is probably an improvement upon this. I like the arm, but it will not defeat this bust. It won't. It can't. Purely because of all the battle damage. All those bullet holes in his neck and this. You can't beat this. An arm holding a shotgun is not better than that, in my opinion. All of that is way better than, just the leather jacket and a black shirt. So the battle damage part alone is what makes this bust truly special. I do think the new bust is going to be amazing. And I think it would be cool probably to even pair like this, that, or what would actually be really cool is you do like clean Arnold, battle damaged Arnold, endo bust. So it's like the transition of Arnold to full endo. That'd actually be really cool. Hypothetically speaking as well, if you did clean Arnold, T1000, battle damage Arnold, that'd look good. Although you'd probably want to do battle damage Arnold in the middle and have the two arms on each end. But I don't know if I'm going to get it. I need to see more pictures. I need to see costs. I also don't obviously have space, because I'm going to keep this the way it is. Unless somehow miraculously I can fit the Queen Studios bust in my collection, then I would get that move Raptor bust. But, I really like how this looks. I think it looks amazing. That is, sold. So eventually that doesn't have to be Jurassic for me. That'll probably end up being a Lita bust. And this will be Game of Thrones. But I can convert this into a larger shelf, heck, even that shelf, just put it right there, and put all three of my 1/3 there. I don't really have space for an additional bust. Unless we expand Terminator and do, like, for example, a Terminator wall right here, then I could make space for an additional Arnold bust. And if I get the Arnold bust, I'll probably just want to buy back an endo bust so I have 4 busts, and then pair everything. So I don't know if I'll get it. Probably not, especially since I'm trying not to pre-order anything additional outside of my 3 final pre-orders, which are the Prime 1 Terminator line. So, yeah, but anyways, I'm sure we'll probably see a few more cool statues. They've kind of just shown a lot of stuff they've already done, it's been up for pre-order already. So in my opinion, it's pretty disappointing, honestly, everything they've showed for Shanghai, because they've only really shown Arnold and Michael Jackson. Everything else has already been shown. And so it's like they're just showing stuff that's been up for pre-order already. It's not exciting. I hate when companies do it. Imagine Prime One did a next level event and all they showed was all the statues from the past event that have already been up for pre-order but showed one new item. Fans would be outraged. So I think in general, Queen should have shown anything that's been up for pre-order. Only show us stuff that's not up for pre-order. That is what is going to get us hyped, not seeing something that's already been up for pre-order. Especially something like their Man of Steel bust and the T-Rex bust. Those have been up for pre-order for months. Nobody cares. Anyways, folks, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. What do you think of this Arnold bust? Do we need to make space for this? I mean, I don't need 2 Arnold busts. I really don't. Yes, it is quite a bit different, but I think I'm really content with what I have. I just need the 3 1/3 and we call it a day. Like, comment, subscribe. Have a great day.